return of Matthew Stafford. Cannot wait to get there. But before that, watch Mahomes and the Chiefs at home against either Pittsburgh or Miami. But the Dolphins can change that here in the last 7-16. Braxton Berrios, dangerous return man, will not get his hands on it. It's Bailoa and the Miami offense. As we said, the full Josh Tyreek punctuating an outstanding season. 75 and a touchdown. Austin Knox touchdown a moment ago. With Buffalo on top. Back to the game. Tua stepping up, trying middle. High for Hill and incomplete. In that spot with everyone converging. Hill slow to get up. So with Buffalo leading right now, the playoffs would look like Steelers at Bills. Dolphins having to go on the road to Kansas City. If they come back and we end up in a tie, Buffalo's the 6th seed and goes to Kansas City. Miami's the 2 seed and we'll be here against Pittsburgh. So you know what's at stake here in the final 7 and change. Hill out, 2nd and 10. Bailoa, first look was covered, scrambling, gets rid of it. It's caught by Chase Claypool. Rare appearance for Claypool, just his 4th catch of the year. And he's at the 28-yard line, 3rd down coming up here, Chris.
You know, Chase Claypool's a bigger body, so when you're talking about trying to replace Jalen Waddle, and they love throwing over the middle of the field so much, maybe that bigger body can be a factor. We've seen tonight Tua a little high with some of those throws to Tyreek over the middle of the field, so you put somebody bigger in there, we'll see.
Only one Miami first down in this second half. Bills showing heat. Bringing some, the throw to Hill is through his hands and incomplete. Trying to bring it in front of Micah Hyde, and Miami goes 3 and out again here in this second half.
This is a fantastic throw here by Tua under great duress inside, and he hit Tyreek Hill, maybe the best receiver, surefire Hall of Famer, and he just cannot reel it in.
Miami having to run David Long and extra personnel out. Remember, Cameron Good was hurt. This is the 4th consecutive punt from Miami. It's the first time that's happened all season. And a double catch there for Hardy at the 25-yard line. So worst possible time of the year for Miami's offense to go through this kind of a struggle with 6:14 to go. And Chris, you also think about all the injuries we've seen here tonight. These teams got to turn around and play a game even one more notch up next week.
But they're both getting in a game tonight that feels like a playoff game. Yeah. And a little playoff experience helps going in there. Now, it doesn't help when you've got your key guys out of the game. But I think the pressure that these two quarterbacks have felt and the blitzes they've had to try and make plays off is really going to be a big part of what they're going to see going forward now.
Miami may be seeing the blitzes of Steve Spagnuolo and the Chiefs in Arrowhead on Saturday night if they can't rally here. Allen and the Bills trying to get back to Orchard Park. First down throw with his left tackle Dawkins back in. Cook with a dance and a move to the 32. 8-6.
Yeah, let's. I don't know. What would you call that move there, Mike?
The Collinsworth.
Oh,
you were the only guy who saw that smooth.
That's freeze tag right there. Everybody just stopped. Here we go.
Cook 3 catches on the night. Carried it 13 times. No surprise, as usual. Josh Allen's the leading rusher for the Bills.
Joe Brady, though, has gotten Josh Allen started with a short completion in like the last 3 or 4 drives, it feels like, trying to get him in that rhythm.
Timeout Buffalo here with 5:28 to go. They had a little bit of confusion. And there is Brady. Of course, Ken Dorsey was the offensive coordinator to start the season. And after the loss against Denver, they made the switch to Brady. Well, Vic Fangio is trying to stop Josh Allen. He talked about it earlier this week in a colorful way.
Allen's just a beast of a guy, a physical specimen, you know, like John Elway was in the mid-'80s to the mid-'90s. This guy is the new John Elway on steroids. And I don't mean he's taking steroids. He's just bigger, faster, cannon for an arm, tough. You know, he's a dude.
That was great from Vic.
He's a dude. That's
a
great
great
way to
deal.
describe him. Exactly right. He's a dude.
And those of us who remember watching Elway play, that kind of describes the way Elway was. Now one's even bigger, new gen, but 6'5", 237. It's on a ride. Fournette, the run inside here, keeping those legs pushing, getting the extra push for the right tackle, Spencer Brown as well. They're going to mark it a yard shy of the first half, the 35-yard line.
Well, the dude now, in all likelihood, is going to be called upon to pick up a yard here, and it'll be a healthy yard, but for the most part, every time they have been going off to the left side. He's got the big pusher, Leonard Fournette, in there, and Fournette saying which way. He's going left.
Taking to inside this time, and push, and Allen trying to extend it with Raekwon Davis hanging on him. Had to get to the 36-yard line. I believe that spot's a hair short of it. Let's see.
He went left, but then he kind of got kicked out back to the right.
Alex Kemp stopped the clocks at our time here, the officials' time. Had to get all the way to that 36-yard line. I think this might be short. I'm going to bring out the sticks to look at it.
You'll see he's going to start off to the left side and then pops back this way.
That extension there, does that get to the 36-yard line?
I thought it was closer to the 36 than what they got.
Right. McDermott's already used a challenge and won it, so he still has two, and he has 2 timeouts. Listening to his guys upstairs watching the replay. The one thing on the extension, when is his knee down? It's so hard to see in all of this. Looks like he's on bodies,
top
right?
of bodies. And the ball comes out there, but it was definitely more than a half a yard, more than where it was placed.
Well, on 4th and 1, the Bills keep the offense out for the moment. And they'll at least line up as if they're going for it.
Go win the game on the offensive side. Why not?
It's going to take all the time here and then take a timeout. No, let's see. All the time bleed off the play clock, 4th and a half yard. And they do go. And Allen surfs over the top and has the first down. Wow. The analytics did indicate go. They do. And get the first down. It's going to force Mike McDaniel to use these timeouts.
So we got a new thing now. Now we got a tush-push launch. It's not just a push. It's an up and over the top. I haven't seen that one yet. And give credit to Fournette for realizing what was happening and getting underneath him there and pushing him for that first down. Yeah.
Wow. Ball at the 37-yard line. He's going to start using those timeouts here. Fournette off a tackle to the left. Gain of a couple. Timeout Dolphins with 3:17 to go.
Well, you talk about John Elway being a dude and Josh Allen being a dude. Vic Fangio was describing these two as sort of the same Bills. Not always pretty. It has not always been pretty this year. But more often than not, with everything on the line, he comes out a winner.
2 timeouts left for the Dolphins. Out of the gun on 2nd and 8. Miami brings the pressure. Allen just pulls it, pumps, nothing open, and will slide to stay in bounds and force Mike McDaniel to use his second timeout at 3:11. And we'll get to 3rd down and about 8 coming up. Mike McDaniel, Chris, talked all week about what the intended goal of this Miami team was, to win the division, because Buffalo's run this division. The last 3 years they've won it. They're going for a 4th consecutive here. And Mike McDaniel pointed to the accomplishment, because they were in the playoffs already. He said, no, this group needs to accomplish something like this. because we haven't done it here since 2008.
Well, and the thing that's got to be killing him is I think the game was going exactly the way that he wanted it to go.
Yep.
They were running the football. They had a lead. They punt the ball. They have an injury that takes out two of their players and a 90-plus yard punt return, and the game completely changed. But now they need to play right here on defense to give Tua and his offense one more shot.
Buffalo trying to get to the 47-yard line. It shows pressure, they bring it, and we have a whistle and a delay of game on the Bills.
Delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, third down.
So big there, especially coming out of timeout.
Just a killer play there. They did a little shifting around. They were going to bring pressure, but man, I take that thing back to 3rd and 13. All right. We got Diggs on the top against Ramsey. Let's see.
Cannot make the big mistake from Buffalo. Allen going to protect it, going to take off. Long way to go. And Allen got there. Flag down, though. Flag down to the opposite side of the field. Allen's run got him the first down at the 48-yard line. See what this flag is. Again, it's on the far side of the field, away from where Allen was running.
Holding, defense number 5. That's a 5-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Jalen Ramsey.
It has been the quick releases of Diggs, and there you could see the grab, but don't let that take away from this. Josh Allen, as he's done so many times, bad shoulder and all, just keeps fighting, and Vic Fangio knew he was a dude, and the dude got him that time.
Exactly.
That was some effort at the tail end of that. Yeah. Any other quarterback, other than maybe Lamar, a couple of them,
right,
they're going down before that collision point, and instead he dives for the first down.
15-yard run. Miami does have one timeout left because there was a penalty there. The clock stops, so it's first down. Fournette will lose a yard into the waiting arms of Emmanuel Ogbah. Mike McDaniel takes his final timeout here with 2:59 to go. So Buffalo will have a couple of plays before the 2-minute warning, the last clock stoppage for the Dolphins.
Give him credit. You know, Mike, there are so many quarterbacks, when things start to fall apart, they fall apart. He did not have a good first half, right? He did not have a good first half. I hearken back to one Brett Favre, and I think I've got these numbers right. In a playoff game one time, he threw 5 interceptions, and he was still firing at the end of the game and got to 6, but he didn't care. He knew the game was in his hands to win or lose, and I think Josh Allen lives every day just like that. Maybe he should distribute it more, maybe he should hand it off, but when the game's on the line, he knows he can go win the football game.
Money time this second half. Buffalo has clearly outplayed Miami. Designed Allen run, got to stay in bounds, and he gets down just in time to do that. And that will run the clock down to 2:13 before the next Buffalo stat on third down.
Well, you're right back where you started now. And this has been when Josh has been running, but you certainly don't want an incomplete pass here either, right? So how much confidence does Sean McDermott have in his own defense? I would say a lot, unless you're playing the Miami Dolphins, who can strike as quickly as any team in football.
Call any play you want. Dude, you keep it on one. Ready, break. 3rd and 10. Allen back. He's throwing inside. Shakir short of the first down. So he stopped at the 37-yard line. This will take it to the 2-minute warning. It will be 4th and 1. And the decision coming for Buffalo here. Field goals 55. Do you go for the first down and ice the game and take the division for the 4th consecutive year? The final game down's been great on 3rd or 4th and 1. 4th and 1 conversion here would win the division for the Bills. This was a play 2 plays ago. Allen's left hand went out of bounds before a body part went down. He should have been out of bounds and stopped the clock. Now, that was really close. It was a bang-bang play as it was happening. They wound the clock. You wonder why Miami didn't challenge. They couldn't. They had no timeouts remaining, so they could not challenge to go back and look at that. So, here we go, Chris, lining up to go for it on 4th and 1. And it's a Wildcat setup with Fournette. And Shakir sent in motion, and Allen coming back under center. Trying to jump. And they can't draw him off, and Buffalo takes the timeout. Couple of timeouts left, so they try to get him to jump. They did not.
Would you have gone for that? I think I would have.
I'm kind of thinking yes.
I mean, at
Knowing
worst,
Josh, right?
you're leaving the ball. It's not like you're kicking the field goal and going to leave it back at the 45. You're going to leave it at the 37, which the worst things could happen to that. And you're one play away from, right, winning the game.
And your point is, if you do try the field goal to go up 2 scores and you miss it, you're going to give them the extra 8 yards because it goes back to the spot of the miss. And they tried the draw off, that didn't work. And so now Buffalo brings the offense back out.
Yeah.
Josh Allen's asking for one more person out there.
Yeah. I agree with this one. Get Reggie Gilliam in the game. There's no harm in leaving it here, and your odds of getting this are tremendous.
Everybody in tight. Allen keeps, surfs over the top, keeps going, gets pushed. The spot is coming down the 36-yard line. That's where they had to get to. A spot for the division title, or Miami keeps its hopes alive. Ball is placed right where the line is. And we're going to get the sticks to come in. Just eyeballing it from here, they look a hair short.
I mean, whoever knows where they put that ball down, you know.
And how to mark it, right, on that play? Will Miami get their hands on the ball with one last chance?
Oh my
yes, they will. Yes, they will. So it's a 4th down, change of possession. So the spot will get looked at one more time to make sure it's in the right spot. Allen trying to surf over bodies. That ball never really gets to that pylon on that side until the end, right there. And the whistles were already being blown at that point. Once the officials come in, they were blowing the whistle at that point. So this play has not been confirmed by New York. Now they have. You see the officials at the top that come in and blow the whistle right there. You can see it. So it is Miami ball, and here we go. Touchdown to try to tie, or maybe win. Tua, Tyreek, sideline, out of bounds at the 45. The clock gets stopped there. They've done nothing offensively in this half.
Tyreek, at his best, is built for these 2-minute offenses. Get the ball out of your hands. So far, the Buffalo Bills here in the second half have sort of gotten him off the spot, have gotten him to move around a little bit. That's not when he's at his best. He's at his best. Catch it, get it out quickly. The Bills, on the other hand, will try and distract these receivers getting some contact.
Braxton Berrios in motion. Tua throws, it's complete. Right at midfield, Durham Smythe stopped there. The push by Austin Jackson. The clock keeps running. Miami cannot stop it.
And it's up to these Dolphin receivers to get the ball back to the official quickly, but plenty of time. There's plenty of time here.
From midfield, Tagovailoa in the middle, off the hands of Hill. And a flag down on the far side. Buffalo Bills, AFC East champions again. They come on the road, a team they have dominated over the last 6 years. And on the last chance, Tua Tagovailoa intercepted by Taylor Rapp. In addition this year, it was such a high-wire, exciting, ton of stacked season for Miami. Regular season ends with disappointment. Stephon Diggs, Sean McDermott, they had to dig deep, this Buffalo team.